Making our headlines this Friday, October 24th, residents are encouraged to continue storm preparations. The Premier unveils a plan to cut import costs and expand global trade. Cayman Airways announces a storm-free waiver, and in sports, we have the results of the Ogier Stroke and Stride Triathlon. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, the official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I'm Kafara Augustin. The public is reminded to trim any deadwood from trees and cut back any overhanging branches from their properties. This is also the time to assess your home and consider any evacuation plans to a safer location if necessary. Mr. Shamal Clark, Manager of Research and Media Services at the National Weather Service, stopped by CIGtv studio to provide a weather update.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shamal Clark, meteorologist with the Cayman Islands National Weather Service, providing you with an update on Tropical Storm Melissa for today, October 24th. So the most recent update from the National Hurricane Center placed Tropical Storm Melissa about 518 miles to the southeast of Grand Cayman. That's approximately 443 miles south of the sister islands. Now, the system has been moving pretty slow over the past 24 hours, meandering a bit just south of Haiti. Now, the system is expected to take more of a westward track, intensifying to a hurricane potentially overnight into tomorrow, and then becoming a major hurricane south of Jamaica on Monday. Now, the most recent track has a system moving further east from the Cayman Islands. So we're seeing now a potential for Tropical Storm Melissa to become Hurricane Melissa and move across central Jamaica and then by Cuba. So we note in the early days and what we've been experiencing so far with that slow movement, right now about 2 miles per hour towards the north. You'll see as soon as the system gets closer to Jamaica and then being influenced by the other systems to the north, it gets pulled really quickly out of the area and then moves just north of Cuba by Wednesday of next week. So with this update, it does put the Cayman Islands just outside the cone of error, which means there is now a lower chance of a potential for that system to be that close to us. But again, we urge residents to just monitor, stay up to date with information, because again, it is still a little bit of uncertainty as to just how far west or far east that system will actually move. And then that will then determine how much impacts, if any, we experience here in the Cayman Islands.
The Health Services Authority is reminding the public to ensure you have an extra 2-week supply of any current medication. If anyone is feeling overwhelmed or anxious during this weather event, you can reach out to Cayman for support. The number to call is 1-800-534-6463 to speak with someone who could help. Premier Andre Ebanks outlined an ambitious economic vision for the Cayman Islands at yesterday's Chamber of Commerce luncheon. It included a full-scale review of duty pricing codes aimed at offsetting the cost of delivering goods to Cayman. It's part of a broader trade development strategy designed to ease the financial burden on consumers and businesses alike. The government's vision also extends to the exploration of new international markets and building relationships that could diversify Cayman's economy beyond its financial services foundation. In his presentation to the attendees, Premier Ebanks traced the decisions that made Cayman a financial services powerhouse and stressed the need for similar strategic thinking for the future, pointing to the government's strategic policy statement as a roadmap of commitments to Caymanians.
In the last decade or two, we have sort of stalled to get to the big decisions, the decisions that are going to transform the country and fulfill not just Sir Vassal Johnson's vision, but a new vision of where we could take the country. In fact, when some of Sir Vassal's family have allowed me to go into the books they still have of his vision, we haven't actually completed all of what that man dreamed up. But in order to do that, we're gonna have to take some tough decisions. Things that have been lingering around: housing policies, immigration reform. I'll just say it how we call it in the country, the dump. Start to accelerate to renewable energy, the East-West arterial. The prison is in badly need of reform. People might say, well, why do you have to spend money on that? if all hell broke loose, people would say, who was asleep at the wheel there? A national stormwater management plan, affordable access to healthcare, reliable public transport, a development plan, beach renourishment, the list goes on. We cannot ignore these issues any longer. This will be a term of transformation.
In a show of cross-party cooperation, the Premier also announced that caucus will support the hiring of 2 full-time staff for the opposition leader's office, including identifying dedicated office space, a move to strengthen parliamentary operations. He also publicly acknowledged Deputy Governor Franz Manderson's leadership of the civil service and his delivery for the country. Cayman Airways is waiving change fees as officials monitor Tropical Storm Melissa's path toward the Caribbean. The fee waiver applies to tickets purchased by October 22nd for flights scheduled between October 22nd and 29th. Passengers can rebook for free through November 20th, as long as they keep the same origin, destination, and cabin class. Those who prefer to cancel can apply their full ticket value to the Cayman Airways Travel Bank for future use. Passengers can make changes online at CaymanAirways.com under Manage My Bookings or by calling the airline's call center at 949-2311. Cayman Airways is urging customers to ensure their contact information is up to date so the airline can reach them directly if flight schedules change as the storm approaches. Now for today's sports news. This month, the Cayman Islands Triathlon Association hosted the Ogier Stroke and Stride event, which is an annual triathlon series, typically including 3 races, a swim followed by a run, with the distance increasing each week from 400 to 800 meters. Jenna McRae took the win for the female category, while split second was the winning female team. For the men's category, Christian Henning took the overall win, and Aquaholics won the men's team division. For the mixed teams division, Sink of Sprint took the win. Trevor Murphy, president of the Triathlon Association, spoke with CIGtv about the series.
This was our annual Stroke and Stride series sponsored by Ogier. They've been our title sponsor for several years now. They're amazing. We couldn't put the event on without them. And a massive also thanks to Sunset House for hosting again. They're always phenomenal at allowing us to use their venue for the swim and the run and a post-race meal on the last race. It was just another great event. Really was well attended, lots of fun, lots of people taking part, and a positive vibe. It's a hectic time of year with events, so it's great to see such a lovely turnout. We're very happy with everything that happened, and we look forward to being back at Sunset House with Ogier next year, and it should be a great time.
Time now for our weather forecast. Partly cloudy skies becoming cloudy at times with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Small craft should continue to exercise caution in open water. Earlier in the news, you would have heard the National Weather Service speak to the weather projections for Cayman. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service's website, weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed with the facts,